Hello, ladies and women, all of the humans in this group. It's Amy Bolton. Oh, and I just noticed my phone is like nearly gonna die on me. Oops. Well, I've been meaning to hop on here for a while. My intuition wanted me to do it earlier, but I got distracted from some things. So, life. My name is Amy Bolton. I am an intuitive wild woman, and I have had this group for a while. Some of you may know me from quite a while back. Some of you may be new. Welcome, wherever you are, whatever time of day you're watching this. Feel free to say hello if you're watching the replay. I'd love to see #replay. I don't know why they say hashtag. Just maybe we can look back at it. Hashtags are usually for something you search, but it's a very trendy thing. #replay. Anyways, so I'm here. I was just gonna light my candle actually because it kind of set a little bit of a sacred space for us here because I decided that I was going to come live here every Wednesday because it gave me a little bit of a routine and structure so that I'm here because I love going live with you guys and I love connecting to you all. So I'd love to hear if you're watching this. I'd love to hear what you'd like to hear about. I'm all about all kinds of things. I'm all about everything. I know that doesn't really answer. I have got my Earth Magic cards here, so I'm going to do a card pull for everybody and just kind of ground into the group and everybody and see what comes up for us. And then I know last week I talked a little bit about Earth Magic, and these are Earth Magic cards and what Earth Magic is. And today I was thinking actually about how there's different places in our lives where we can do Earth Magic or just like intuitive kind of guidance and celebrations or ceremony or just appreciation and gratitude for all the wonderful things that are in our lives, right? Mother Earth in particular. So, like, for instance, whenever we have a drink of water, so I've got my cup of water here, just really blessing it, and our bodies are like, what is it, 70% water, 70 to 90, somewhere in there, 70, 80, 90, anyways, our bodies have a lot of water in them, and that's how we move things through, and that's, if you've ever done, like, a healing session with somebody, they'll always say, drink lots of water, right? Move things through, or have a shower, or have a bath. Go to the pool like we did yesterday, which was lots of fun with my kids. And I resisted it for so long, but it was actually really fun. And so my point is when you put blessings into your water, or you put an intention into your water actually, scientifically, I don't know if you heard this, let me know if you have, has been proven to change its molecules based on feelings and emotions and the energy we put into it. So it's kind of cool. You definitely don't want to be like angrily, like frustratedly drinking the water because, well, if you do, your body still needs water regardless. But it changes the molecules in the water. So the intention we put into things is really important. And that brings me to our meals. So when we're eating our meals and eating our food, just giving gratitude and appreciation. I know with my kids, and many of you are mothers in here, and many of you may have children in your life, and that is super cool because I believe in a world where we're all included, including children. I see lots of windows and gaps in our society where children aren't always accepted or welcome, and I love my kids and I love having them as a part of all of my world and as much as I can. Obviously we need a break sometimes, and that's okay. They probably need a break from me too, so anyways, my rambles. So back to the that's why we often, and my phone is gonna die, say grace or thanks for our food, or we put some appreciation towards our food, like our food came from the farm, so thanking the farmers, thanking the grocery store workers, thanking all the places that our food came from, thanking the local farmers market humans, thanking the animals that we have, that maybe on our plate, or that we've that have given their lives for us to consume these foods. Thanking Mother Earth for growing it and having such abundance and just being on this planet, right? We're like 1 in 600,000 chances of being on this planet, because, you know, there's so many trillions of stars out there in the universe. So it's you're a very, very unique individual for being here on this planet. Anyways. Water is so good. So blessing our water, blessing our food, those are just ways of earth magic. Holding ceremony, listening to your intuition, connecting with the animals around me, or you, us as humans. We are animals. We are on this planet with all the other animals. But for some reason we seem to get in our heads and think that we're so much whatever than the animals. We are animals. We're a part of this universe. We're a part of the animals. Animals are our guides, in my beliefs and opinions. And just noticing them, that's a part of earth magic. And part of being a wild woman, there's so many pieces to it that I could talk about. It just encompasses so many archetypes, so many pieces. And I'd love to know what you think being a wild woman is to you, because there's a lot. Okay, I'm going to pull this card before my phone dies, because I feel like it might do that soon. These cards were out in my car because I was having some creativity circles, and I like to bring my cards with me because these are my favorite cards. And this one is popping out. Oh, interesting. This is the Island Solitude card. So, this is really interesting. I feel this is really reminding me right at this moment that before my phone dies, I have an island retreat coming up. And taking a moment to get in solitude with yourself and connect to yourself is so important. We need breaks from our family. We need breaks from our routines, from the chaos. Even if you can just take a moment for yourself and get in solitude and get out in nature and take some time to yourself. And listen, that's important. But if you are feeling called, I do have an island retreat coming up here at the end of March, from the 26th to the 30th. And if you are anywhere near Vancouver International Airport, Canada, or if you can get to Vancouver International Airport and figure out what the flights are there, I can get you there pretty quick too. We doing some island hopping, Vancouver Island. And it's going to be good. It's going to be magical. I will drop the link in the comments here once I'm done. And I would love to have you there. I would absolutely love you. There's only a few spots available. There's only 7 beds. However, I think there's a few that have been spoken for. Deadline to register is the 10th, because if this all doesn't come together in the next 10 days, then there's not going to be any magical island retreats. So if you want some solitude with only a small group of women to gather around the fire, you see my candle, gather around the fire and do some fun things and connecting with Mother Earth through earth magic, through our spirit animal guides, through whatever intuitively feels good, and everything within you is exactly as it needs to be, and all of your guidance inside of you is exactly as it needs to be. And I'm just here to hold your hand and help you out and offer you my experience and my knowledge of my lived experience. Earlier I was called to share this too, so I will share this. I didn't realize growing up that I grew up in a very remote, isolated area, and I seen lots of wildlife growing up. So I kind of took it for granted, because I didn't realize that the majority of the population of the world didn't just like naturally see animals and like have people that were actually living off the land still and all that sort of stuff. I didn't realize how disconnected. I was disconnected as well too. I didn't realize how disconnected a lot of the human population is from Mother Earth and the land and all of that. And yeah, I've seen a lot of animals in my life, and I felt called to share that earlier, so I figured I would share that here as well. And I believe animals are always here to bring us messages and bring us whatever it is. So tapping into your intuition when you see an animal and just listening to what they're guiding you towards. And there might be consistent animals coming up in your life, and there's messages they're bringing to you. I also have the animal cards. There's many books out there too. Animal Speaks, I think, and I don't know. There's lots of stuff out there about it. But I think one of the things is just really tapping into your own intuition and really listening to what the message is, because it could be different for all of us, and that's okay. We're all unique and we're all individuals. And from that, I know my mother, while she was alive, she just loved hummingbirds. She absolutely loved hummingbirds. She always hung hummingbird feeders out. And it's very interesting to me, because quite often when the hummingbirds come, I really know that that's her. And I can really sense it. Sometimes, maybe not, but quite often it is her. And eagles bring me messages. My mom will often come as an eagle as well, and some of my other relatives too will come and send messages. One day actually was a beautiful story. I love telling stories. Don't know about you, but yeah, I just love telling stories. This is a quick one. One day we were having a fire, and it was actually my mom's birthday. After she had passed away, we had a fire at my sister's place, and my sister and I've had this thing. We had her memorial on my mom's birthday, because she had passed a couple weeks before her birthday. So we got a cake. We ordered a cake and everything. And the lady, when my one sister picked up the cake, they said, "Oh, say hi, happy birthday to your mom." She's like, "Actually, no, I'm bringing this to my mom's memorial because she's passed away and it's her birthday today. And so we're celebrating her birthday." And so that's what we did for my mom's memorial. And so a few years later, we were by the fire and we were hanging out, and my husband and my kids were there, and my sister, and I can't remember who else. Anyways, there was 3 eagles flying above us. And we knew, like all of us knew right away, that was my husband's brother, his father, who had just passed away that Christmas. So Christmas before May. And my mother. And we were like, we all knew right then that those 3 eagles, that's who they were. And it was so intuitive, and it was like, we all knew. So those types of moments, right? When there's this energy, this connection that connects us all. Oh, excuse me, moving energy. Burping is just moving energy. And it's beautiful. It's all really beautiful. And I'm just so curious to if you have a spirit animal, if you've listened to the animals. I'd love to know, because it's just so fascinating for me, and I love sharing my stories with people. They love hearing them, and I love hearing your stories as well. So if you feel called, feel free to reach out. My messages are always welcome, loves. And I'd love to do some card pulls for you. If you feel called, let me know. I can pull some specifically for you. And what a cool card, the Island card that came out. That is pretty wild, because that's coming up. And so if you're feel called, you have until the 10th. I'll be doing one more Wild Woman Wednesday on the 8th. And I need to know, and I need to have some form of security in that you're coming by the 10th. So, which will probably either be a first payment on one of the payment plans or a deposit. I'm pretty flexible. I'm pretty open to, like, I don't like having super secure, strong structures, because I really feel that sometimes we just need to stop and listen and follow our intuition and what we're guided to do. So that's kind of how I run my retreats as well. I know oftentimes I will print out a schedule, and last time I printed out a schedule, and where I'll print out a schedule and it's very loose-ended, right? Like, this is when the meals are, and this is kind of what happens between. Last time I printed out a schedule and I didn't hand it out because I could tell that and intuitively I could tell that some of the ladies were going to be like, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do this, because that's what they were familiar with in their day-to-day environment, because that's what our society is all about, is like, be on time, do this, do that. And that's okay. That's totally okay. However, when I'm running my retreats, I like to let intuition guide us. Let us just do what we need to do. And if people need some extra time to rest and relax and take care, that is what they need. If people feel inspired to start doing something and we feel inspired to do something, we will do it. There's going to be plenty of things that we can do to keep busy if need be. Or, yes. Anyways, I'm going to leave this at 5:55 because it's 5:55 here in Pacific Standard Time. Love you all. Have a beautiful day. We will talk to you next Wednesday.